After reaching 60, have you experienced a weakening of your legs? You have to push off your knees in order to stand up. Lifting weights is comparable to stair climbing, and sometimes just walking across the living room throws you off balance. Most folks think this is just aging, but here's the truth. Indeed, it's among the first signs of sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. Additionally, it is silent, no pain. Edema is absent until you finally require help getting out of a chair. It also ensures that your muscle fibers contract properly, helps your nerves transmit information smoothly, and, most importantly, prevents muscular atrophy, which is a subtle aging process. Your body gets weak and unstable, like the baggage of an old machine when you don't have enough D3. How can you tell if you don't have enough vitamin D3? Leg weakness, especially when climbing stairs, fatigue from standing or walking, leg cramps at night, trouble turning or stepping quickly, and excruciating pain in your hips, knees, or heels are all warning signs. Additionally, some people may have mild anxiousness, irritability, and trouble falling asleep at night. Although these minor symptoms are commonly mistaken for aging, they are actually early signs of vitamin D3 deficiency. What is the consensus among scientists? In the UK, researchers from the University of Birmingham examined adults over 65. Participants experienced an average 19% gain in leg strength after taking 800 IU of vitamin D for just 5 days. According to another Chinese study, seniors who took a D3 supplement and did minimal exercise had a significant increase in their leg power and balance in a matter of weeks. Furthermore, older adults with low vitamin D3 levels had a 40% higher risk of falling or needing hospitalization than those with normal D3 levels, according to data from Harvard's Geriatric Data Center. The message is clear: vitamin D3 protects both your bone structure and your independence. How does it work? When your D3 levels return to normal, your body absorbs calcium more effectively, encourages the growth of new muscle fibers, improves muscle contraction and response time, reduces latent inflammation in muscle tissue, and makes movement easier and painless. In other words, vitamin D3 reactivates your muscles and joints. What dosage is advised? 800 to 1.0 IU per day is what doctors recommend for healthy adults over 60. 500 to 2,000 IU daily for individuals with a history of falls or who clearly show signs of fragility. Under medical supervision, take vitamin D3 in the morning or early afternoon for best absorption, and always after a meal that contains healthy fats like salmon, eggs, or olive oil. Since D3 might disrupt sleep, it should never be used right before bed. Do you have enough food? Unfortunately, not without challenges. Let's look at the numbers. A 100-grain meal of fish contains about 500 IU. One egg only provides 40 IU. A glass of milk that has been fortified contains roughly 100 IU. To get 1.0 international units from diet alone, most seniors would not be able to eat fatty fish, eggs, and milk every day. This is why it is often required to take vitamin D3 pills. Who ought to consider taking supplements right away? If you are over 60, your top priority should be vitamin D3. Eat a plant-based diet low in dairy and seafood, have osteoporosis or joint pain, spend little time outside, or feel unsteady or have fallen in the past. Some important cautions. Despite D3's generally benign nature, prolonged excessive use might cause problems. In sensitive individuals, prolonged use of more than 4 IU daily may result in irregular heartbeats, kidney stones from high calcium levels, headaches, constipation, or nausea. This is the important component. Use the right amount at the right time and monitor your levels frequently. Vitamin D3 is essential for helping elderly people regain their leg strength. This switch reactivates your muscle systems that have gradually slowed down. If taken correctly, you will notice improvements in a few days, such as lighter steps, stronger legs, and more confidence in all of your movements. Vitamin B12 restores nerve health, balance, and leg confidence. Let's talk about vitamin B12, one of the most crucial yet frequently overlooked supplements for adults over 60. As you may be aware, vitamin B12 supports energy and memory. Most people don't know this, though. The communication between your brain and muscles, especially your legs, depends on vitamin B12. It keeps your reflexes fast, your movements coordinated, and your nerves healthy. But here's the good news. It has been shown that just 3 essential vitamins can assist recover leg strength in a few short days. No intense physical activity, no expensive treatment, the perfect nutrients at the perfect time. The 3 vital vitamins that every senior needs are explained in this video. How to safely and effectively blend them for a speedy recovery and how inadequacies lead to weak, heavy legs. This isn't rumor or health gossip. When your B12 levels drop, the connection between your brain and muscles becomes unclear, and the first symptoms often start in your lower body. What happens if you don't have enough B12? If your B12 levels are below optimal, you may have symptoms like burning, tingling, or numbness in your feet, weakness in your legs, especially when standing or walking, a sense that your legs are not listening or sleeping, difficulty balancing even on level ground, unsteadiness, or the need for assistance when walking. Some people also experience cognitive fog, forgetfulness, mood changes, and mild depression. Often these symptoms develop gradually. Many seniors believe they are just getting older. In actuality, though, they are the classic indicators of a B12 deficiency. Why do elderly have a higher prevalence of deficiencies? There are 2 main reasons. The first is insufficient absorption. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, especially if you take medications like omeprazole or ranitidine that reduce stomach acid. In this low-acid environment, obtaining B12 from food is more challenging. Dietary restrictions come in second. Dairy products, meat, fish, and eggs are almost the only foods that contain vitamin B12. Eating a diet high in plants or consuming less meat makes you more sensitive. Even with a nutritious diet, your body might not absorb enough. This explains the high prevalence of B12 deficiency in those over 60. What is the consensus among scientists? The effects of low B12 on older adults' mobility have been shown in numerous research. Seniors 65 and older with low B12 levels walked more slowly, had far lower balance, and were more than twice as likely to fall in the future year as those with normal levels, per a study from Oxford University in the United Kingdom. In a randomized study published in the Journal of Gerontology, seniors were administered varying doses of vitamin B12 daily for 8 weeks. Participants reported improved lower body strength, quicker reaction times, and reduced numbness and instability after taking supplements. B12 not only helps you think more clearly, but it also maintains your body's equilibrium and control, the way that vitamin B12 works in the body. The development of the protective sheath that envelops your nerves is encouraged by vitamin B12. This facilitates energy metabolism, the generation of red blood cells, improved oxygen delivery to muscle tissues, and rapid, accurate messages from the brain to muscles. As a result, muscles get the energy they need to work. A B12 deficiency causes your nerves to fail, your muscles to misinterpret commands, and your legs to feel disconnected. Who is most likely to be affected by B12 insufficiency? You are more likely to have low B12 if you are older than 60. Use acid blockers or antacids on a regular basis. Change to a vegetarian or low-meat diet. Have diabetes and take metformin. Suffer from gastrointestinal conditions like IBS or gastritis. Regularly drink alcohol or have had gastrointestinal or weight loss surgery. If this applies to you, it's worth doing a fast blood test to find out your B12 levels, indicators that are often ignored. Some people may not feel the usual numbness or tingling. Rather, they become ungainly or lose things. A little headache, fatigue that persists even after rest. Their feet are stinging or hurting occasionally. These are all indicators that your body is trying to tell you something, and the sooner you take action, the faster you heal. What is the suggested B12 dosage? For people over 60, a daily intake of 500 to 1.0 milligrams of methylcobalamin is safe and effective. Methylcobalamin. Why? Since it is the active form of vitamin B12, your body may use it right away without converting it. Given that conversion rates decline with age, seniors will especially profit from this. It is available as chewables, sprays, sublingual tablets, and dissolves under the tongue, among other forms. It is preferable to take it with lunch or in the morning because tea and coffee can hinder absorption. Can you get enough by just eating? In theory, yes. In practice, however, it is unlikely. This is how much B12 is present in normal foods. 3 ounces, around 70 milligrams, of cow liver. It is supported by real research, clinical studies, and decades of professional expertise. Follow me all the way to the end. I'll also show you a vitamin regimen that works quite well but isn't followed by most individuals. After the age of 60, your body changes gradually, yet noticeably. Your bones become more brittle. Your blood flow becomes less rapid. Your muscles also start to deteriorate, especially the ones in your legs. Most people don't realize that the early weakness usually occurs in the legs. 3 ounces, about 4.5 milligrams, of fish. 1 large egg, only half a milligram. 1 milligram, or 1 cup of milk. Therefore, you would need to eat a lot of fish, dairy products, or liver each day to meet your demands. For most elders, a supplement is the more sensible option. Is it safe? Water dissolves vitamin B12. This means that your body has cleared away any surplus. Before we start today, kindly let me know where you're coming from. Feel free to leave a comment below and ask any questions you may have. To ensure you don't miss any of Senior Health's best health tips, don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. It is quite safe, even at high dosages. There is no known deadly level of B12 in healthy individuals. However, please see your physician if you have chronic renal issues or are taking blood thinners. Otherwise, for most people, B12 pills are one of the safest and most effective ways to boost energy, improve nerve function, and regain control over one's legs. Real stories, real impact. Many elderly people report feeling more stable when walking, regaining sensation in their feet, standing up more confidently, and even sleeping better once their nerve symptoms go away, all thanks to a vitamin that most of us ignore. In addition to being a brain vitamin, vitamin B12 is a movement vitamin. When those lines are clear, your legs feel stronger, your muscles respond faster, and your confidence returns. It also reestablishes the link between your brain and body. If you have been having strange feelings, limb weakness, or trouble balancing, don't ignore it. Check your B12 levels and provide your nerves with the vitamin bone, anti-fatigue secret, and muscle vigor they have been craving. You are undoubtedly aware of how vitamin B12 promotes nerve-to-leg connection and how vitamin D3 aids in muscle growth. Thiamine, another name for vitamin bone, is the final piece missing from the puzzle. If D3 activates the lights and B12 connects the lines, vitamin bone supplies the electricity or actual energy your muscles need to move. Without it, your muscles simply cannot function. Even if your bones are strong and your nerves are sharp, your body would run out of fuel without bone. Vitamin bone. What is it, and why is it so important? Thiamine, another name for vitamin bone, is crucial for energy metabolism. This suggests that it facilitates the process by which food, especially carbohydrates, is transformed into ATP, or usable energy. ATP powers every breath, every muscle contraction, and every movement. Furthermore, your legs require a consistent supply because they are the largest muscles in your body. When your bone density is low, your muscles feel heavy, tire fast, and recover from any action poorly. Signs of a potential vitamin bone shortage? These early indicators are described by many people over 60. Legs feel weak or very tired, even when not moving much. Muscle cramping, especially in the calves or feet. A heavy, dragging sensation when moving. Having breathlessness when climbing stairs. After waking up, I occasionally feel tired or dizzy. Some folks may also experience mental weariness, lack of appetite, a general lack of motivation to move. These are common signs of a sluggish metabolism in the muscles. Bone often plays an important part. What leads to senior bone deficiency? There are several reasons. The first is a decrease in absorption. As we age, our digestive system's capacity to absorb thiamine from food decreases. The usage of drugs comes in second. Bone is washed out through urine by diuretics, which are commonly used for heart issues or high blood pressure. Metformin with antibiotics may have an impact on bone levels. Consuming alcohol. Even moderate use of common alcohol, such wine or beer, can impair bone absorption in older adults. A poor diet. In many processed foods, bone is removed. Additionally, if you're eating less whole grains or legumes, your consumption may be too low. What is the research's conclusion? Over 30% of the 300 elderly participants in the Tokyo University Study 2021 had low bone levels. These individuals also moved more slowly, had more weaker legs, and often complained of muscle fatigue. After taking bone supplements, the majority showed a discernible gain in energy, walking distance, and stair climbing. Research, Journal of Neurological Sciences. Patients who experienced chronic leg weariness were given 100 milligrams of thiamine daily. After 7 days, 82% said their endurance had improved. Less leg discomfort and heaviness were reported by 68%. There were no negative consequences, making even basic activities like walking or standing up challenging. According to the American Geriatric Society, people over 60 lose 1 to 3% of their muscle mass a year, even if they are eating normally and feeling good. This suggests that in just 5 years, you may lose up to 15% of your leg strength without even realizing it. So why does this happen? There are 3 main reasons. The first reason is vitamin deficiencies. How are your legs supported by bone? Vitamin bone powers your body's main energy-producing system, the Krebs cycle. This enables your muscle cells to maintain their strength and tone throughout the day, manufacture ATP more quickly, and recover from movements more quickly. Furthermore, bone makes it easier for nerve signals to travel, especially in the peripheral nerves that control your legs and feet. It's similar like trying to drive a car without gas while you're boneless. Everything works, but nothing moves. What quantity of bone is needed? The recommended dosage is only 1.2 milligrams for men and 1.1 milligrams for women per day. However, for elderly individuals with symptoms, far higher dosages are often used for therapeutic benefit. Seniors with neurological issues, fatigue, or limb weakness are frequently advised by doctors to take 50 to 100 milligrams each day. The good news? Bone dissolves in water, thus excess can be safely removed by urine. What time of day is best to take it? To help boost energy levels throughout the day, eat bone in the morning. Always take it after a meal, ideally one that has some protein or healthy fat. Avoid taking it with coffee, alcohol, or black tea. These could prevent absorption. Is it possible to get bones by diet? Yes, but you have to be intentional. Bone-rich foods include organ and pig meats, legumes like beans and lentils, sunflower seeds, and whole grains like brown rice or oats. However, most elderly people don't eat enough of these foods every day, and some illnesses or medications make it difficult for them to absorb them. Therefore, if you're not sure or have recently experienced exceptional exhaustion, a supplement might be a better option. Who should consider supplementing with bone? If you have type 2 diabetes, you should get your bone levels examined or just restored with a safe daily dose. Drink booze often. Take acid-blocking medications, metformin, or diuretics. Even with no effort, feel your legs getting tired, or have lost appetite or weight for no apparent reason. Is it safe? Yes. Thiamine A is considered to be one of the safest supplements for elderly people and is recognized to be safe even at high dosages. However, if you are taking medicine or have liver or kidney problems, please see your doctor before starting a high-dose bone. Real results. After just 3 or 5 days of bone, many seniors say they feel more energized. The legs feel lighter as a result. Walking becomes effortless. Climbing stairs is less taxing, and the want to move and be active returns on its own. That's like putting fuel into an engine that has been sputtering for years. Final remarks. Vitamin bone may not be the most eye-catching. It isn't given as much attention as D3 or B12. However, for older people who are experiencing leg heaviness, muscle fatigue, or energy issues, it may be the one factor that makes all the difference. It powers the muscles in your body. The drive has been restored. It also provides you with the strength, direction, and comfort to go through the day. If you feel worn out, heavy, or disconnected from your body, don't disregard bone. Sometimes the biggest effects come from the most basic nutrients. What is the best way to combine these 3 vitamins? Now that you know how vitamin D, vitamin B12, and bone help your muscles in different ways, the next question is how to mix these nutrients to get the best results. The solution lies in timing and simplicity. First, let's talk about when to take each vitamin. Vitamin D3 is best taken in the morning. right after breakfast, especially if it contains a nutritious, high-fat meal like yogurt, eggs, or a little bit of avocado. Why? Since D3 is fat-soluble, it needs fat to be absorbed effectively. The best time to take vitamin B12 is in the early afternoon or around noon. Taking B12 too late can disrupt sleep because it also increases awareness. Avoid taking it with coffee or tea. These drinks might make absorption more difficult. Vitamin Bone is your morning fuel. Eat it with your first meal of the day, ideally a nutritious breakfast that contains some protein and complete grains. It will boost your energy levels throughout the day and possibly improve your ability to concentrate. This is a simple, everyday example. Breakfast consists of 1 boiled egg, 1 vitamin D3 pill, 1 vitamin bone tablet, and a small bowl of Greek yogurt. Steamed veggies, grilled salmon or tofu, and 1 vitamin B12 tablet or lozenge make up lunch. Your body gets the correct nutrients in the right amounts at the right times when it is set up this way. Consider consuming a multivitamin. If you are currently taking a multivitamin, carefully read the label. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid and our bowels are less able to absorb nutrients. This leads to low levels of bone, vitamin D, vitamin B, and vitamin 12. They are all required for muscle contraction and nerve transmission. The second factor is poor circulation. Slower circulation means your legs get less oxygen and minerals. The result? Early fatigue, heavy, tired legs, and frequent cramping. Less physical activity is the third factor. Make sure the formula contains the appropriate amounts of bone, B12, and D3 because many senior formulas underdose these vital elements. Additionally, keep in mind that certain multivitamins contain both fat-soluble and water-soluble vitamins. Consequently, it is still advised to take them with food, either in the morning or at lunch, and never without food. Lastly, having more isn't always preferable. Always get advice from your doctor or pharmacist, and take medications exactly as directed, especially if you are taking medication or have a chronic ailment. These 3 vitamins work like a well-oiled engine to restore the strength, balance, and energy to your legs and your life when taken as prescribed. Safety tips and warnings for vitamin use. Vitamins can help restore health and vigor just like any other tool, but they must be used with caution. When you visit the pharmacy, especially if you are over 60, keep in mind these important safety measures. First, don't increase the dosage on your own. Just because something is natural doesn't mean that more is always better. Taking twice or 3 times the recommended dosage will not result in faster outcomes. Indeed, it might even be detrimental. Vitamin D3, for example, dissolves in fat. If you take too much calcium, 4 to 8 IU or more per day, without supervision, your levels may eventually rise too high. This can lead to nausea, constipation, kidney stones, or even confusion. Second, exercise caution if you have liver or kidney problems. These organs are responsible for the breakdown and removal of excess vitamins from your body. If they're not working correctly, even typical amounts can build up and cause negative effects. Therefore, if you have been diagnosed with fatty liver, chronic renal illness, or any other significant condition, speak with your doctor before starting any supplements, especially fat-soluble ones like D3. Third, some of the negative effects of vitamins are easy to ignore. For instance, consuming high doses of vitamin B6 for months at a time may cause your hands and feet to become tingly or numb. Unmonitored abuse is especially prone to cause it, though it is rare. Excessive vitamin D3 might cause headaches, muscle cramps, or low appetite long before more serious problems appear. Always be on the lookout for minor mood swings, especially if they occur after taking a new vitamin. Finally, have your blood levels checked. If you're taking D3 or B12 for an extended period of time, it's a good idea to get a baseline blood test every 6 to 12 months. This helps ensure that you're taking the right amount of vitamins and that you're not accidentally taking too many or too little. To sum up, taking vitamins can definitely improve your quality of life, but the key is to be informed, prudent, and careful, especially as we get older. When taken as prescribed, these 3 simple nutrients can transform your strength, mobility, and independence. Let's take a moment to review. If your legs have been feeling weak, heavy, or unstable lately, it's not aging, it's not your imagination, and more importantly, it's not permanent. We've seen how vitamin D3 strengthens your bones and muscles, vitamin B12 restores your energy and stamina, and vitamin B12 enhances your nerves and balance. Together, these three essential vitamins form a powerful trio that can help you restore your strength, self-assurance, and mobility. But here's the trick. You have to start, whether that means checking your blood levels, taking a supplement in the morning, or speaking with your physician. Action is always better than waiting. I would be delighted to hear from you right away. Have you used any of these vitamins before? Has your overall level of strength, energy, or balance changed? Please share your story in the comments section. The more we learn from each other, the stronger we become as a team. Thank you for watching. One strong stride at a time, take care of your body, nourish your legs, and keep moving forward. Elderly people who walk less or avoid stairs eventually have a weakening and reduction in leg muscles. Additionally, without the right diet, muscles cannot totally heal, even when you move regularly. The good news is that by replenishing these three lacking vitamins, you can potentially regain your leg power in a few short days. Let's now take a closer look at each vitamin and see how it works. Let's start with the one that the majority of senior citizens do not take. Vitamin D3 is the switch that reactivates leg strength. There is more to vitamin D3 than meets the eye. Were you aware of that? Your entire skeletal, muscular, and neurological systems are reactivated, more like a master switch in operation. That's where the problem is. After the age of 60, your body's capacity to produce this vital nutrient drastically decreases. Your skin becomes thinner. As you get less sun exposure, your liver, kidneys, and vitamin D conversions slow down. As a result, your body begins to shut down important processes. Your muscles deteriorate. You have hefty legs, you go slowly. Worst of all, you begin to lose your balance since you are slightly lacking in vitamin D3, which is essential. Why is vitamin D3 so crucial? Vitamin D3 facilitates the absorption of calcium, which is necessary for strong, healthy bones. But that's just the beginning. Please let me know where you're coming from today before we begin. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have and leave a comment below. Additionally, remember to click the subscribe button and enable notifications so you don't miss any of Senior Health Tips' top health advice. And I want to know whether you're with me if you're now watching. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments section. If not, type 0.